Right. All right, guys.
Yeah,
You guys
looks
all
like
kept your heads on a swivel. And at first, I know the elephant in the room. Why am I wearing this? Because it is happy hour. And it's
I just
Valentine's
figured
Day.
you were gay.
What's that? Only if the price is right.
Look, I never do this, but $10.
No, I literally have a shirt that says $20 is $20.
It is.
I never do
I
this.
agree.
But
Haven't you heard that Doc Thompson story from the beach?
I don't know that I have. Let's hear it.
Oh yeah. Oh, Victoria said that if the $20, she gets 60%. So
Okay, I just
she's a real bollock.
what is happening?
So,
All right, what's the Doc Thompson story?
So he's at the this is like 2018. It's before he died. And so he's at the beach with the wife and kids, and he walks into the those little cinder block bathrooms that they have on the beach there.
Oh, those are great places to hang out.
Oh, aren't they great? And they smell good.
Yes.
George Michael loved those places, but no judgment. I don't care. That's up to him. Anyway.
Right.
But he goes in, and there's walks up to the trough, and I guess he's doing his business.
Oh, the trough.
And then this he said the guy looked like he was like 70, and he walked in, and and we're gonna call it a milkshake, okay? Just because I'm drinking a milkshake, so we're just gonna call the act that he offered him a milkshake. And dude he looks at him and goes, "Hey, I'll give I'm willing to give you a milkshake for $20." And Doc said, right? He said, I was standing there, I looked at him, I said, thanks, man, I'm good. And so the guy stands there for another second, and he looks back up, and he says, all right, I never do this, but $10. Doc's like, nah, I'm good. Thanks for the discount. I'm still okay.
That was that was so my kind of story was where it all started was, you guys ever watch Arrested Development?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where they always make fun of Job, and they said, "Where's Job?" And he's like, "What is he following people to the cars again?" So that one little joke, I was at the bar with my buddies, and they said, "Where's Wes?" My best friend Matt just said, "Oh, is he following people to their cars again?" And this was about 15, 20 years ago. So then it just evolved into this $20 is $20. Of course, like Beer Fest is Barry Badgernath and things like that. So so it's like, move along. I got a mouth to feed. What can you do, man? Price is right.
Right.
Okay, are we done?
We're just getting started.
I don't know. You want to talk about Ohio ejaculations now?
I want to talk about a Texas Chili Bowl.
Wow.
Okay, no, that's it's from South Park. All we know, it involves a phone, Tabasco sauce, and the anus. I don't know what it is. I'm not saying what it is.
I'm leaving.
No, you're not. This
I'm
is your
leaving with
show.
my
We're not going to
mom.
hijack your show.
Are you sure? But what is the story, though, that you're talking about, Brad? Because there's actually two stories. One is in Ohio and one is Mississippi. And they're both eerily similar. It's almost like it's coordinated. What's going on there?
It is weird, isn't it? Oh, did you want me to tell?
No, I'm not telling it. And by the way, I can hear myself coming back for what it's worth. I don't know how. Somebody's ears.
So am I too quiet?
It's not me.
I'm definitely not.
It says Keith is naturally louder. I just don't want to overpower with this mic. That's the only thing.
We have that problem with Phil Bell on the Daily Mojo sometimes. The mic gets just totally overpowering. But it's Ohio, and they are trying, and I guess, I didn't realize the Mississippi thing until you said it, Keith. They want to fine men up to almost $10,000 if men
if they spill their seed.
That sounds so nasty. Can we just not say?
Did you just say spill their seed?
That just sounds gross.
Okay, I don't know.
I mean, it just.
What is happening to the show? Why did I ask for this story?
I don't.
Look it up on your own. This story is ridiculous, and it's clearly not serious.
You have to, but they have to prove apparently that you
we're done.
Trying to ejaculate without the intent of conceiving a baby. It would be a felony offense.
Oh wow, then I think literally 95%
This
of the
might be
males.
the last
No,
at the mic.
he's
ever.
using the proper nomenclature. It's
Yep.
not like he's
I'm trying to
saying
be clinical.
No, we're good.
very
We're good.
clinical.
I
We're
didn't say
good.
anything about blowing a wad or anything like that. I kept it all nice and clean.
Just
above
dropping
board.
loads, just gotta
Right.
gotta spray paint the wall. It's like spaghetti. Just
Can
throw
you
it against
stop?
the wall, see
Can
what
you please
sticks.
stop?
Okay, okay, I'm finished. I'm
Seriously,
finished.
shut the hell up, please. Stop.
Okay.
Hey, Florida
Okay,
man in
so-
Alabama.
Hey, it's Friday.
I know,
I'm gonna go take a nap.
Keith, we talked
gonna-
about deliverance yesterday.
I'm gonna take a camera and just so you could just watch me sleep because
Brad
that's what I
sounds
need to be
okay.
doing right now.
I'll just
Brad,
sound
thanks for
okay.
jumping on here, man. Ian had to back out, and so good on him. Why am I hearing myself? Whose audio is so damn loud?
You told me I was too quiet.
I didn't say that you were too quiet. You told yourself you were too quiet.
Are you still hearing yourself?
No, Linda told me I was too quiet.
Okay. I want to. I don't know. This is probably a bad place for this, but don't forget to like and subscribe.
Even if you don't.
Just even if you don't like, just subscribe.
Kara says,
oh my God,
OMG, first milkshakes, now spaghetti. Look, I'm telling you, I went and I got a McDonald's milkshake because I had dental work done yesterday.
How you doing?
Yeah, how'd that go?
Fine. You want me to pull my tooth out?
Yes.
Um,
No.
he, I did. I got him. He gave me the route to bring home.
Hang on a second. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you got it fixed. Hang on. I thought you got it fixed. How can
I
it
did.
still come out?
Well,
a
they do
cat?
these things now where
You don't have to do this. But you did.
Yeah,
I
there
did.
you go, yeah. I was gonna say once it's cold is like the worst thing you do.
no, because there's no root in there anymore. There's no nerve. So they yanked the whole thing out. They yanked the root
Wow.
right on out.
You're
And,
feeling okay?
Yeah, I feel great. Dr. Titanosaur is incredible.
I'm sorry.
And
His name is Titanosaur.
Titanosaur.
That's the actually.
That's the actual. Yes, he. Dr. Titanosaur is an incredible dentist, and which leads me to my big complaint today. Can I go ahead and bitch?
Well, yeah,
Friday.
but
It's Friday.
before you do that,
Yeah.
I is the website, Wes, is it at the mic show.transistor.fm? Is that right?
Just at the mic.
At the mic.transistor.fm.
So
Good
If you-
grief. couldn't you
for
get the
people to
long
realize,
URL?
Transistor is the platform. Transistor.fm.
Right,
So
right. I got it. But
No,
is
it's
there a
fine.
graphic? Is there a graphic or something you
I
could
can-
put
I
up
can
there?
I can do a little.
At the mic show.transistor.fm. But what you do is if you scroll to the bottom of that,
Yeah.
there's links to a dozen audio players because Hero Wes has been hard at work and he made this. If you want to relive this, or if you just don't want to see us,
Yeah.
this will be posted later on Spotify, iTunes, and again, just all sorts of different things.
So if you do the /subscribe, that's where you're gonna find.
Okay, no, that's why I just left it at scroll down to the bottom.
Okay,
So-
yeah, where it says listen to wherever.
Sweet Lord, make it simple.
I'm a hillbilly
Okay.
too.
Yeah, I like this. Gabby, by the way, over on Instagram, the At the Mic Show Instagram page she is so hard at work over there, staying busy, making reels. I'm so grateful.
Thank you for that, and because that takes a lot of stress out. And we gotta send her from Riverside because it does the magic clips. It gave us like 12 clips from yesterday when we didn't have to do anything. So
Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
we're not trying to take away your job, Gabby. It just
No,
trying to
oh
make your
no,
job
you could
easier.
actually help her. Maybe send her the stuff. I don't know how that works, but and just so y'all know, yesterday the deep dive with Dr. Simon Goddick. He did the episode with us. Who is Dr. Leanna Wynn? Which she's very questionable. Her role during
We
COVID
wouldn't call
and
her
beyond.
a winner, would we?
No,
Okay.
you wouldn't do that.
All right.
Looking ahead to next week, we've got the Thursday deep dive that's going to focus on. It's going to be DeGare Bear. He did the CBDC show with us last summer, and this one will be on 15-minute cities. So I'm looking forward to that. It's still a threat. We have not completely avoided that. Terrible future
conspiracy
waiting for us.
Aside, the tech itself is just kind of cool. You got to
No.
look at it from that perspective.
No.
What? 15-minute cities? You think that? Well,
No,
Hold
I'm
on.
just saying how it's being used, different story. I'm just saying the tech is cool.
So looking ahead to next Friday,
what?
no idea what we'll
Keith,
do. Probably
did you invite a communist? I mean, Wes. I mean, what is
I'm
wrong?
saying the tech
Is he
cool.
AI? He's not. That's not the real Wes, is it? It's not the. Is
No.
it?
What I'm saying is, like, the tech that would be that we can do this is pretty cool, but what do governments like to use it for? Not so cool.
Okay, so cool. That'll be next week, Thursday at the mic. By the way, Ian, if he had been here, he was going to tell us he's been helping people in Los Angeles with the wildfires and the aftermath there. And he was, of course, involved with the Pineapple Express, where when they were evacuating in Afghanistan and you showed up to the airport and you showed an American that was associated
Jonathan, is this better? Sorry, keep going. Sorry.
With a picture of a pineapple, that would be like a code, and they would get you on a plane out of hell on earth in Afghanistan as the Taliban was taking over. So I'm hoping to have him on again soon, because they are still trying to get good people out of that country, and they are. I don't know what we're looking at here.
Sorry, that was me. I didn't realize it was going to do that when I did it. I thought I could like park it over there because it was a Lahaina thing, because you were talking about 15 minutes.
From the Charleston standpoint, pineapples are actually signs of hospitality.
That's right. They got a big park there with the pineapple fountain there. Yeah. So with Ian, I do want to get him on here at some point, because Joe Biden, of course, really good at abandoning decent people, whether it's in Afghanistan or closer to home with North Carolina, Maui, like you just had up there, Los Angeles, East Palestine, Ohio, checking in. But there's still work to be done in Afghanistan. There's still people that have been on the run for 3.5 years that are still trying to get out of there. Good people that we left behind. And so, anyway,
it's going to take a long time to clean up all the messes.
Oh my gosh, so true.
A long time.
Okay, so over at thedailymojo.com, where Brad hangs out every day, what have you guys been doing over there lately?
We have been talking to a lot of the J6 freed hostages. Last week we talked with, let's see, it was this week. We talked to Chris Worrell, who's one of the first guys that they went after, and just the way that these people were treated. Jessica Watkins, a transgender woman who was also treated like absolute dog crap in the DC gulag, and Jake Barber, we've talked to him. We talked to Jeff McKellop, and next week we have Pete. I don't even know what Pete's last name is. I just talked to him on the phone today, but we're going to spend an hour with him on the show on Wednesday.
Okay.
And I'm going to put all these interviews together in one little playlist that people can watch, because nobody has, at least not to my knowledge. I mean, there have been interviews here and there, but I'm just at some point just going to sit down with each one of them and let them ramble for a couple of hours each, just to tell the story in whatever pace they want to tell it. So at least we have their stories, as many as we can get on tape, proverbially speaking.
Mm-hmm.
So
nice.
That's a noble.
Not trying to be noble, just trying to do my job as a patriot for the United States of America.
Well, I salute. I salute, but I don't know. I'm a civilian, so what do I do? I don't know if that's.
You can salute if you want to. I don't think they shoot you anymore as a civilian, because I'm one too, and they don't, do they, Keith?
I don't know. I've had. Okay, so when I lived in Hilton Head, Paris Island was right north of me, right there in Beaufort, right? You know, Beaufort, right, Keith? Beaufort, South Carolina.
Beaufort is north.
In between Charleston and Hilton Head, on the way to Savannah.
Oh, so it's south.
That's where Paris Island is.
I'm mixing up.
If you go from Charleston south, like you're going to Savannah, basically.
Yep.
Yeah, I've had the Paris Islands guys, when they would get done with their boot camp, they were obviously and deservingly ready to drink, and I think I was 19. Yes, I had a fake ID. I saluted. I wasn't trying to be an ass. I was just like, hey, thank you. And let's say that didn't go over so well.
Oh wow, really interesting. So let me ask real quick in the chat, since I can still hear myself coming back. How's everybody's mic level? I'm asking.
Yeah.
I'm asking the chat. Brad, Keith, and Wes. How are we? Are we on the same level, or what's?
So
Is somebody too loud?
Wes is low.
Wes is low.
I'm low. Okay, I'm getting.
I don't know.
That's bizarre
is
because
fun.
I'm peaking at like -9 deaths. So
Oh, happy Valentine's Day, boys. I hope you're spending it doing something really romantic and stuff.
Did you say doing someone really romantic?
Didn't say that.
What did you say?
Doing
I don't
something.
hear so well. I'm old.
Doing something romantic.
Something. Okay, got it.
Oh, my
something
word.
romantic.
Brad and Wes are low.
Okay, we're low. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
see.
I'm loud in my
Then
own
then,
ears.
then, then, then
and
don't
Keith
touch
is loud.
anything. Wes, don't touch anything. Wes, don't touch anything.
I'm just.
Brad,
okay.
don't touch anything. I'm gonna turn myself down, and then maybe that'll kill two birds with one stone.
You can't see my hands.
And then that will also stop the slap back too. Let me try this. Okay.
All right.
All right.
So
Who doesn't like
So
a
there we
little
go. Let's
slap
just
back?
see. Let's see what happens. So Brad wanted to rant about something today.
I did.
I hate
Oh, did you want me to do it now?
I
Oh,
effing
so
hate
anyway, I went to. I told you I went to the dentist yesterday and had the teeth yanked and getting a new. I'm getting implants. I think they're CPAP. But so he called in. He called in the pain medication, and it was at Costco. And so I went down there today, and I go to the pharmacy, and I know it's not the girl behind the desk at the pharmacy behind the counter. I know it's not her. She just has they birth date, and it was a hydrocodone, and which is an opioid, and so she kind of looks at the screen. They take your ID and everything. Looks at the screen. Hang on, and runs back and comes back out. And she goes, "I need to know what this is for." Because the doctor didn't put it down on the
Holy Nunya.
And I had forgotten they did that last time. And it's not a Costco thing. It's not and by the way, I think the Costco pharmacies are CVS, but it
really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. At least some of them are. Anyway, so I thought about it for a minute and I remembered they did that last time. I had to do the same thing. And I always think of the good lines afterward, but I said it's for dental work. Yeah. So you had a tooth or whatever, and I'm like, okay, we're going to drill, no pun intended, we're going to drill down that far. And I said, so I could have said a broken arm.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I could, and I wanted, now that I think about it, I should have said transition surgery.
It's been so painful down there.
Well, and what are they going to say? They can't, And
You're right.
I even said, which doctor called it in? She's looking at it. I said, yeah, it's a dentist right there. You see it. And I know, again, it's not the individual, but that's a stupid rule.
Yeah.
That is asinine. If you're gaming the system, you're going to lie.
I think she was doing you a favor. Because otherwise she would have had to, I assume she would have had to call the dentist, wait for them to get back and say, here's why. Otherwise, she just cut that corner and asked you. No?
No. I mean, it's a...
Oh, they have to ask you?
Well, apparently if the doctor doesn't put the reason, and let me admit that I don't know if that, I'm assuming that is an that'd be a DEA rule.
Uh-huh.
And not a Costco rule or CVS rule. I'm going to give them the benefit. I'm guessing it's a DEA rule. And she even said, well, we're required to ask these questions. But it's an asinine.
Okay, I got you now.
It's stupid because honest people are going to tell you the truth. And the people who, again, are gaming the system or somehow came across it or were able to get the prescription called in illegitimately are going to lie anyway. So who gives a damn?
Yeah, I'm with Cosmopolitan. That feels like a HIPAA violation.
I don't know that they're not sharing the information with anybody.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I got distracted. Look at this new reality from Kara. Starting Monday, one of our local radio stations is giving away eggs as contest prizes. It's actually a store gift card, but they're highlighting the cost of eggs now. Yeah. Okay,
That's actually a smart promotions
It's a
director.
very smart promotion. Wow.
Good for them.
What? Look at this. $18 or $9, $10 for.
What?
Stop it.
By the way, that's only one of my bitches. Not that, but and not
Wait,
her.
wait.
But I've got another one. So we
18
save
for
that one.
for $12 here. Yeah, you save it. We got lots of bitching to do.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say, if you're a Parks and Rec fan, Ron Swanson would not be a happy guy right now. I can't imagine. Well, I mean, how much was a carton of eggs? Was it $3, $2?
A lot.
Like a year ago.
$3-4.
Okay, and they're at.
Who could have seen this coming with the killing of all the chickens?
Wasn't that a bank? It
Did
sounded,
they
like,
choke
it
all
sounded
those
like a
chickens?
bank heist.
Well, do you remember they had the big fires everywhere, and then they had the bird flu. I mean, this has been coming down the pike for a while.
18 count. I just pulled up Kroger's website. 18 count organic free range grade A, $11.99.
Well, it's gonna be the biggest bummers. The bunch of vegan hippies are gonna come out with like almost real eggs, like unbelievable eggs or whatever. I'm like,
You know they already have fake eggs, right?
I did not know that.
What?
And
They've
Well,
had fake eggs for about 40 years now.
Yeah,
I mean-
30, 40 years. Beat that cholesterol. You know, back when they tried to sell that lie to us.
They could beat eggs.
until I have a
Bradley.
clogged artery, I'm just give me my steak, but no longer steak and eggs apparently.
You know what this is? This is what happens when I am left to my own device. This is Velcro. This used to be in a nice, perfect,
Why
rolled
do you have
up
so much Velcro?
thing. Because it was nice and rolled up, and then I let it unravel, and now it just...
That looks like a VHS tape.
It does, doesn't it?
Right?
I thought it was film.
So Victoria's in the other room. She was giving me hell about this, where she's never seen Beverly Hills Cop. I'm like, have you not seen that? And she goes, well, I didn't have a VCR. You grew up rich. I'm like, wait, no.
Whoa.
In the 80s and 90s, I was like, was it weird to? How is that like a rich kid thing to have a VCR? All the way up to like, prior to DVD players and all that stuff. Wasn't that like a staple of every house?
I remember when I used to think that VCRs were recording external audio, and I thought you had to be really quiet in the room, or else you'd show up on Murder, She Wrote in the background. Are you going to take your clothes off for us, Brad? Because if so, I'm here for it.
if I was wearing pants.
Oh, did they? Sorry, I must have missed that.
I mean, you did it slow enough. Like you are getting paid for it.
Look, $20 is $20.
$20 is $20.
Sue, that's not funny, Sue. Susan.
No,
I used to have a big problem. Those that don't know, the vent in this room used to blow right into the microphone, and nobody could hear it but me. And I get it, Sue. That's funny. Ha ha. Well, you've been here for a while. I can tell. So anyway, yeah. Yeah. Is this OnlyFans? Is that what we're doing here, Bradley?
I mean,
Depends. How much are we talking?
More like only 3 fans. Am I right? Sorry.
Look, I normally don't do this.
But $10.
It depends. Yeah, I would say, do we have to adjust for inflation, and do I have to pay
All
out
right.
somebody?
What would you do at the Super Bowl halftime show in front of millions for $100,000?
Whatever you want.
What would I do?
Yeah.
I don't know. Sing? What?
No. Oh, please.
Well, Linda would be twerking apparently.
Okay, so what are we doing? What are we doing, Brad?
Oh,
What
you
are
don't want to
doing?
go to. You don't want to play that game right now. Nope.
I love it.
You
I
don't want
love
to
it.
play that one right now. We play it on the Daily Mojo on occasion, and
Okay, well, we'll all do this. What would you think Jeffy would do? We all know Jeffy
you
and
have
his
to ask
ridiculous answers. So you know better than I do. What would you think Jeffy would do
Jeff.
for
What are you
100,000?
insinuating, that we have some sort of a homosexual relationship?
It's called a heterosexual life partner.
Methinks you doth protest too much.
Wait, a heterosexual live partner?
That was from Jay and Silent Bob. Because this is my heterosexual life partner.
I thought you said live partner, and I'm thinking, what? Does someone know about the dead ones? Because
That's what the joke. He may have died a virgin, but wasn't buried as one.
So anyway, let's. I do have stuff. Oh my gosh, hold on. I have to put this on the screen. Hang on. Fury and Energy just tweeted this out. not that long ago today.
Purient energy.
Furion.
Mm.
Oh, hey, Furion. You get
Here.
some pretty good tweets, man.
Whoa.
Yeah. What?
No, because I
Just,
do.
Let's play this. Let's play this.
Okay,
play
yeah,
this. All right. Thank you. All right. So this lady is going to demonstrate how celebrities stub their toe. Y'all can hear the audio, right? Okay,
Yes.
good.
That was actually pretty impressive. Pretty good.
That's funny.
It's very funny.
Oops, I hit it again.
Damn. I don't know who that is. Why does she not have a contract?
Right.
Damn. Bring it home with Adele.
Wow.
No, bring it home with Adele. If she has. Oh. Yeah.
Ow, 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 ow.
Oh, that was awesome.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
That was good.
Very
That was
talented.
that-
I don't know who that is, but
Kudos.
very good.
Kudos.
Very
Like,
good.
again,
hot.
I'm going to give her 9.5 out of 10. No.
Oh, before I forget, and I already have, there is no. I teased that there would be an audio version today, but then I realized just as I was about to go live with the audio stream, I realized no, because then nobody's going to be able to hear y'all. You see
So
what I'm saying?
I'm literally just starting Adobe Audition right now, and I will be recording the rest of the show.
Oh no, he was.
No, I mean an audio stream so that people could call in and join us, but see, they wouldn't be able to hear y'all because
I'll see.
The way that-
Not all that is good. Let me see what I can do. Sorry if I go silent.
you're gonna have to trust me on this one. But you're welcome to tinker. I'd love that.
That's what I
Okay,
do.
so let's see here. What can we get to here? I've got a story here. What'd you say? What?
Linda said. I was just reading through the comment. Linda said,
Please
keep,
do. Please do.
keep
I'm
those
having a tough
pants
time.
up. Okay.
I think that's a message direct to you.
It does seem directed at me. I've always
Uh,
heard keep those tips up when you're skiing, because if
Yeah.
not, you'll snowplow right into the. It hurts.
tips
that I've
got
ever done.
you want your tips pointed up.
Yes, it's best when the tips are pointed up, just slightly. I mean, you don't want any sort of freakish way up in there, because then you'll fall backwards.
You know, can I just say, and I want to just throw this out there because if anybody's got suggestions, I would love it.
Toss it, baby, toss it.
So every winter I get chapped lips. Okay, this winter I have never experienced anything like this, and I typically like the O'Keeffe's lip repair. Not a sponsor. Welcome to be, but maybe not after I tell you this. My lips are they're burning now. Like I've never experienced anything like this. Please, don't you dare. I will. Brad Staggs.
I'm thinking of MASH.
Margaret,
Kiss me with your hot lips.
Anyway,
I miss
please.
So
So if you got
I know that
a
pain.
so if you got a brand or something you trust, either DM me, put it in the comments, something, because this ain't doing the trick. And my mouth this winter is just help me.
Carmex in the jar. Piggy Doo says.
Carmex.
Yeah, you can use
know
that
what? I used
intense
to
stuff
use
like
that.
Aquaphor, but Burt's is
Aquaphor.
usually pretty good. Or the Blistex that comes.
Don't use shoe glue.
Yeah,
Tell me about it. Why not?
Shoe glue.
And don't tell me what to do.
you're not my real dad.
Tell me what happened.
Shoe glue, because I was gluing in after I broke it, I was gluing in the lower half of my tooth
Yeah.
so that I could speak and make the F sound, because I make that a lot. And so I was looking, I thought, what can I glue it in there with? And the best one I could think of, because I use shoe glue for a lot of different things, because it dries clear, it dries pretty quickly, it's waterproof and all that. So I put it on there and I just pressed it into place. But it kind of tastes like chemical soup, because it is chemical soup.
Okay.
And, it probably has lacquer thinner and 18 other cancer-causing ingredients. But it works. But it tastes like
Stock
crap.
up before RFK gets to
Right,
work.
yeah.
Okay, so
I did love telling the dentist that when I got there. I told the girls at the front desk. I said, yeah, I've been gluing it in with shoe glue. You can't do that. You can't. I did. I'm going to die of something. If it's, how do you die?
Right.
He ingested too much shoe glue, glued his innards together.
Hey, that would be how I would go, bro. It's going to be
Shoe
something
glue?
like that. It's going to be something really weird like that. So you just said that you say the letter F quite a bit. I've talked about this X account before, at fact, and all they do is post facts. But apparently, and I don't know how they measured this, but saying the F word when you're in pain can boost pain tolerance by around 33%. And I'm here to tell you that I
proved
have
it on
reduced my
Mythbusters.
pain by 33% on more than one occasion for sure.
They proved it on MythBusters, man. Yeah. It's
Oh, really?
100.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was an episode?
Yep,
How cool
so
is that?
They
So,
stuck their arm in like a bucket of ice, and they did a control like 5 of them, and they couldn't swear. And then they did it again where they could swear as much as they want, and I think the average was, I don't know, it was 33, but it was at least like 20%. So
how do they
actually-
measure the pain? I got to see this episode. That's
Oh, I
interesting.
love MythBusters.
But do you know how do they measure it?
Probably heart rate.
So yeah, they did. I think. They did,
Oh, yeah, okay.
yeah. So they did like the strain on your heart, your breathing, and all that. So
Okay.
it's actually it was one. I love like I said, MythBusters
So
was the S.
so
I can't. I have to watch my language, Keith.
yeah,
after
that's
last
good.
week.
That's good, yeah. So here's another at fact for you.
Mm-hmm.
Tom and Jerry was a British slang term from the 1800s meaning to fight and cause trouble.
That doesn't
And
surprise me.
Doesn't that put the
Was it-
cartoon into a different perspective?
Yeah. Did they have a fag in their mouth?
So, so Tom and Jerry was. Say that
What?
again.
Say what?
Means to cause trouble and stuff.
After we
Okay.
Tom and Jerry, we went
Fight
over
and
and
cause trouble.
sucked
So
on a couple
here's the
fags.
one to make you guys feel old. When makes me feel
$20 is $20, Brad.
Exactly. That's what I have a shirt that says that I got in Key West. I mean, I don't know why people thought. Okay, so this is the one that always hurts me to hear. So we all seen Dazed and Confused, right?
Mm-hmm.
Brad, you've seen it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dazed and Confused, Matthew McConaughey's first film, back from
I think
1993.
so. I think so.
Okay, so the premise is it was made in 1993. It's about high school in 1976. All right, that's
Mhm.
the basis of the movie. If that was today, that would be like if somebody made that movie today. It would be like somebody making a high school movie about, if my math is right, 2005 or 2006.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine? Doesn't that hurt? Just think about it. Somebody was like, "Oh, we're gonna do a high school biopic of what year? 2005."
See, and you're right, because it falls apart. Because you think about the 70s, and they have a very unique.
I hate being old.
But
Yeah, like,
but
it-
that's
like,
not
it-
even that.
it hits
The
differently,
70s
like,
have a
oh.
unique personality. The 80s had a unique personality. Kind of
Because you guys were all on
started
drugs.
in the 90s. Not really. Sometimes, but like you think about the aughts. What personality? What defines that? Like the 70s, 80s. Yeah. What are the aughts? It's
Right.
like-
So like the early 2000s, when I graduated high school, was 04. I grew up in the Jackass, Blink-182 generation, so we were just idiots. So that's what we had. But then
But that's not even across demographic
seven-
lines. That's not, because in the 70s again it was you think of the hippies and you think of
you had Studio 54, the
disco.
birth of punk, hip hop. You had the sexual revolution. Everything happened in the
Right.
70s, and nobody
But in
knew
the
how
aughts-
bad everything was for you. Like
what was bad for us
cocaine.
in moderation.
I'm just saying. No, like what was it? Plato's retreat in New York, like the red light district of New York, was not a safe place. I mean, the amount of
The red light district in New Orleans still isn't a safe place.
New Orleans is not safe.
There are a couple of streets. If
Boy,
you're
I
No,
packing.
but like if to watch something, it's called The Coolest Year in Hell, 1977 New York, because it was the blackouts that's how the birth of hip hop. You had 1977 the Yankees.
Studio
That was the Reggie
54.
Jackson home run. You had Studio 54, CBGBs, all happening in one year. So highly
I
recommend that.
remember back in the early mid 80s when they had just cleaned up Times Square, and because I went on a trip there with my girlfriend at the time, and it was, I mean, Times Square was neat and clean, They had just taken out all the. You ever watch The Deuce? Is it called The Deuce?
Oh yeah, with Maggie Gyllenhaal, right?
Yeah, that is a fabulous show. But it's where the porn industry started in New York City, along was it 42nd, right?
Yeah. So
it's
yeah,
42nd,
like Broadway. But like
And
just
Wait a minute. I used to work on 42nd Street.
as
Like,
Come
for
and
real.
meet those
I mean, can
dancing
you
feet.
imagine just
For
being the guy that had?
real.
Can you imagine being the guy that had to clean up the theaters?
Nope.
No,
Sure
okay.
can.
Like,
So,
Okay.
all right. So check this out. If you had to guess, kind of piggybacking your whole high school theme, if you had to guess what decade the phenomenon that was spring break emerged, any
90s.
guesses?
80s.
Yeah,
80s
late
and
80s,
90s.
early- Daytona,
Okay.
late 80s, early 90s.
All right. So that's where I would have landed.
Spud
this one.
McKenzie years.
And that's where I would have gone. And especially with MTV making spring break a really popular thing. Let's see, what years was that? Yeah, in the 90s, yeah. In fact, that was a series, right? On
Oh yeah, because they had that one year with Blink. They blew up the boat. I think there was at the Kickstarter. Oh, that was the summer. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Queen Bee just said my senior class motto was whiskey, sex, and LSD. We're the class of '73.
That's amazing. Oh my god.
Hold on, I see that. There we go. Hang on.
That's
So,
good.
actually, it apparently started in the 1930s.
Oh well, on a technicality.
Spring
or-
break?
As far as kids
And they would-
going, and, yeah.
Did they go
Were
down
they
to
crazy?
Miami?
Were they wearing like the wool bathing suits and stuff?
Yeah, maybe it doesn't count. Yeah, it's a little different back then. It kind of lands differently, doesn't
Where
it?
they would have the guys like go
Spring-
measure girls'
spring-
bathing suits.
Spring break. That has to have a new name now. In the 30s, it was more like,
Come on, come up with a good one. You got this. You got this. Come on, no pressure. It's got to be catchy. It's got to be witty, funny even. I mean, it can just be edgy, a little edgy. Come on, you got this. Go, give it to us. Give it to
Let
us.
me see your ankles. That's edgy back then.
Ooh, that's a good point. That's good, Wes.
ankle week.
Yeah, ankle week.
Naked ankle week.
Okay, so anyway, they're saying that spring break for the youth, I guess, is quickly becoming a thing of the past.
Yeah, it's. I mean, because what was it like? You would go to Cancun or something like that, and well, you just get wasted, and that was it. And,
Well, I guess the drinking age down there is 18 as opposed
no,
to
it's
the US.
as long as you can see above
21.
the bar.
College swimmers traveled to Florida for training. That was spring break in the 1930s.
Oh,
The
Oh,
swimming
that makes
coach at
sense. I can
Colgate
see that.
University in New York brought his team to Fort Lauderdale for early training.
Oh,
The team
Interesting.
liked the weather, obviously, the partying. Other
oh.
college swim teams followed suit. Word spread about the fun. College students across the country began to look forward to the break.
I think yeah, when it really kind of kicked off is when you could still drive on the beach in Daytona.
Yep.
That was really the
Oh yeah, I mean half of the Daytona 500 was on the beach.
because that was like that's a good idea. Hey, what do cars do well on sand?
That's a good idea. Let's give everybody a bunch of alcohol and then let the cars loose.
Yeah, I see no downside.
Nope.
So when is this asteroid supposed to hit?
What was it? Jeff said 2032.
2032. I think you're right. Yeah. So we got it's the size of a football field, and it's apparently gonna, if it hits us, could pack the punch of 100 nuclear bombs. And now we're up to a 2.3% chance that this thing hits us coming up. Anybody concerned?
Well, 2.3% chance is like compared to what's the scale of, you know, what's considered 2.3? Like how many miles is that from the Earth? You know what I mean? They're like, oh, it's the, you know, oh, it's going to pass right by us. Oh, by how much? 200 million miles. Okay, that's
Well, it's in the margin of concern, and so it's going to be interesting to see if that just kind of there needs to be. Here's what we need: we need an app or a website or something that we can check in on a regular basis to see what the percentage chance is and watch it go up or hopefully down. But ooh, I don't know,
don't
man.
I mean-
This one feels different.
I would say, I mean, what was it? Everybody was all having their doomsday prep when the Mayan calendar. You know, there's-
2012.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I'm really good at compartmentalizing, so I'll just forget about it until about 5 days before.
That's good. That's good. So, did you want to rant again, Brad? You had
No, I
something else?
found
Because
hold on a
anytime.
second. I found a thing you do. I found the. Can you see it yet? That
Can you
is the.
make it bigger?
That's what I was just trying to do, and it wouldn't because it's a PC. I hate
see.
PCs, and but that's the swim team. That's the Colgate University swim team in 1938.
Okay.
Man, it was simple back then, wasn't it?
Sure was.
It was simple. Oh yes, the other rant. So we have a.
Glad you didn't die, Danny. Sorry. Stupid. Sorry. Go ahead, because anytime somebody can rant about the government, I love to hear it.
Yeah, he's a caged animal.
So we have a for the Daily Mojo. We have it's a post office box, but it's at the UPS store, and the UPS store is fabulous. And the guy that owned it, he's a small business, and he has an amazing. It's the one in Louisville, Texas.
Okay.
He has an amazing staff. They're always friendly. It's really incredible, and their customer service is amazing, and I'm not kidding. And so today I go in and they handed me this thing. It's new post office requirements. So now if you and this is, I guess, I don't know, I'm assuming you have to do this when you go to the post office as well. Now, if you have a post office box, not only do you have to for every person that's on that box, so in our case it'd be Bethany Knott and Ron and myself and the Daily Mojo, etc. Each of us, not only a driver's license, but a second form of ID, like a passport or something like to rent a post office box.
So you just need a passport and the driver's
Is that a Trump rule or is that a Biden era thing?
It has to be.
Yeah.
They implemented that rule in South Carolina back in the Bush years.
Well, and this is
it feels like a 9/11 thing.
But they've updated it apparently, and you have to do it. It has to be dated April 23 or later. So that it's an update situation. But why do you have to have two forms of ID to get a post office box?
No, I agree.
That is asinine. You don't.
Well, I mean that pisses me off.
Yeah, because what if you never travel out of the country? You don't need a passport. Right?
Well, and
how much time do they given you to do this?
A couple months probably. But
okay,
you can have a Nexus card, a U.S. permanent resident card, certificate of naturalization, U.S. university ID card, access card, uniform service ID, and then the secondary form of ID, home or vehicle insurance policy, vehicle registration card, current lease, mortgage or deed of trust, voter card.
It's like getting out of a gym membership. My God.
Why? What is the reasoning behind that? And by the way, I don't care. I just don't want to do it.
Right.
So bite me.
Well, yeah,
I
it's
hate
like
the government.
Why? And
Me
then it's
too.
just who scammed them so badly that they had to go to this.
It's not.
length.
That's just it. It's not about them getting scammed. It's them wanting and they're bitching about Elon Musk having access to everybody's information.
I see. He's had that forever.
And they're trying to suck every piece of information out of us they possibly can. It's just, I get so.
That's why you got to use DuckDuckGo.
DuckDuckGo sucks as bad as the rest of them.
Yeah, but it's no data collection.
It took us forever to get Blockbuster video cards when I was a kid because my dad refused to hand over a social security number to a freaking company.
Yeah, again, go back to Parks and Rec. Ron, where do you live? Why?
Right. I'm with you. Okay, what else we got here? Orange juice. Orange juice is about to disappear forever, just so you know.
Well, I'm okay with it has pulp, then good riddance. I might as well be a garbage juice for me. But why? What did they say? Because of Florida?
Based on the fact that there's been so many issues with diseases with trees, and let's see here. My gosh, so a carton. What's going to cost you more, eggs or orange juice these days? But this just goes through and how it's becoming more and more difficult to to grow oranges, and now it's becoming an international thing. And so Florida is no longer like the hub.
So you know that there's going to be some black market of underground hydroponic systems. You know that, I mean, just it's going to happen. I'm just telling you. There's going to be some guys like, yo, I got that Indian River quality for you. You know what I mean? Some Simply Orange.
I don't know what you mean.
I'm just saying there's going to be just
Did
like
you bring any for the
Prohibition.
rest of the class, Wes?
What's that?
Did you bring any for the rest of the class?
Exactly. Oh, like beer? Because that's not going anywhere.
Anything. Whatever you got, I want some because it sounds good.
Oh, I did take. Well, can I say it? What I took? Just
your
everybody
attorney,
in the
I'm
chat.
advising you
Everybody in the
against it.
chat. Just search
I'm advising you against
schedule35.co. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Keith is like Western Endeavor coming on again. You need to stay behind the scenes. Look, he's trying to find his happy place.
So I wanna discuss something. I wanna rant for a second, if
Yes,
I may.
it's your turn.
And
Are you coming out?
I'm coming out. Here I am. Sweet Lord. Okay. This story, I would love to see the video footage of this if it ever becomes available, because it would be very entertaining, I'm sure. But a Virginia man was arrested after barging into a Bible study while drunk and accusing the group of running a human trafficking operation. Now, this happened in Virginia. This guy forcefully entered a neighbor's Bible study, which I say is wrong. You shouldn't be doing that.
Right.
Especially with the word forcibly.
All right, well, let me finish the story here. I want you to follow along. The cops were summoned to the home after a caller reported people had double parked in the street. Okay? Now, again, barging into the home, wrong. Getting drunk and then confronting your neighbors, not a good plan. But the double parking on the street, whenever I used to get these stories, and we'd talk about them on Pat, my day job, Pat Gray Unleashed over on the Blaze, I would always be like, all right, let the people have their Bible study. All right. That was before it happened to me. Okay? My street, there is a lovely couple, and I mean this sincerely. There's a lovely couple that have a Bible study. And when I'm coming home from work, I know it's a Thursday based on how many cars are on the road in front of my house, in front of my mailbox. That doesn't happen anymore. Yeah. I got that nipped in the bud. But it's just like, I can sympathize with people like this guy. Again, wrong to barge into his neighbor's house. Wrong to get drunk and right. Go after the neighbors. But there's got to be a level of, because you're actually, at the end of it all, you're giving Christianity a bad name when you're
Are you
treating your neighbors like this? When you're blocking mailboxes and driveway, hanging over in front of driveways.
Hold on a minute.
He's taking Mel Gibson's church.
You're blocking mailboxes at night, though. No.
Oh. Hold on. Time out. This story was at night. Yes, I am now discussing my situation.
In the middle of the day?
Middle of the day, Brad.
Don't park in front of somebody's... Whatever happened to common courtesy?
But what pisses me off, specifically right here, is they have a wide and a long driveway that sits freaking empty. I presume because the people, when they leave the Bible study, don't want to have to wait the extra 2 minutes for the person in front of them to come out and move.
Oh, they're flexing.
No, they're being polite. Flex. They don't want to block his driveway.
They don't want to block on the drive. Listen to that. They want to block mailboxes. They want to block driveways, but they don't want to block each other in that driveway. It
that's
pisses
just
me
inconvenient.
off.
Duh.
Because if there are a dozen cars out there, at least 6 could fit on this driveway. Oh, it pisses me off, man.
Yeah, well, the only thing is, and I completely agree, they have to be working with an HOA because those guys are...
Oh, our HOA is so good, too. Let me tell you what they do. Here's what
you
they
have
do.
An HOA?
Bro.
Why did you move into a neighborhood with an HOA?
Back off.
It's
so
like
let me
government in the government.
Wow.
You live with narcs. Come on, man.
Yeah, you do.
My
Toby,
HOAs.
Toby, by the way, said, "Don't tell Mr. Flensborg that Keith even joked about coming out."
Yeah, because you'll get fined for thinking bad thoughts about your HOA.
What is happening? So we have a great HOA, Brad. So what we do is we pay hundreds of dollars every year to this HOA. They take the check. Are you following me here? Then they put it in the bank, and it sits there. And I have no idea what the purpose is of this HOA. I suggested when the market was down that they buy a house in the neighborhood that has a pool and turn it into a clubhouse. Nobody liked my suggestion,
That's a
but
good
no,
idea.
it just sits in the damn bank and does nothing. Nothing, Bradley.
Hey,
Anyway, what?
did you piss off somebody named 9/11 Revisited?
What's this guy? Oh, wait, is this guy back? This guy. Okay, 9/11 Revisited.
You got a good 12 going on here.
Hold on a second. Let me see what he says here.
Let's run.
So my question, founders, did you look? Okay, let's see. Guest is full of it. I don't. Is that? Are you referring to that, or is there another one
he's
from
got,
him?
what are your thoughts on the 9/11 stuff I sent you?
Oh my
after-
gosh. Okay,
after
let me.
you had
All right,
Gage
no,
on.
this is good. All right, everybody, just let me.
I'm down for a good fight right now.
Yeah, let me explain to you what not to do. 101. So I had a guest on last week, Richard Gage, on the Thursday deep dive. It was last week, right? It was last week when we did that.
Sure.
And he was talking about the building collapse. Started with World Trade Center 7, and then the Twin Towers. So in the middle of that conversation, this individual, who I guess I'll just look up now and just find out what his name is, because obviously it's very important to me that I committed it to memory. But let's see here. What is his name?
While you're looking at that, the question. So Keith, my question.
Okay, yeah, please read for me here. Yes.
Foundering's evidence. Did you look into it further? Then second question, why
Okay.
have someone on that a previous guest
Okay.
proved to you that the
No, this
That's
is
a
good. No, this
follow-up.
is good. This is
guest
good.
is full of it?
This is good. So this is a guy named Norman, and he's in South Africa. So Norman, in the middle of my conversation last week, decided to, when I was talking with Richard Gage, decided to spam the chat.
See,
with-
that's rude. That's
Okay,
just being
no.
a dick.
Oh, it's more than rude, Brad. This guy, Norman, you are such a bad representation for anybody on your side that agrees with any theory you have. The way that you spammed constantly during that conversation was so fucking rude, bro. And then for you to blow up my email with all this stuff and being just an asshole. Let me tell you something. You want to be a guest, you want to have somebody on here, do your own damn podcast. But for you to sit here and blow up in the middle of a conversation is rude and uncalled for, and you're a piece of crap for doing it. And so, by the way, I have all sorts of people on here, and maybe I agree with them, and maybe I don't. I had an episode with Foundering, with his theory, and then 6 months later I had Richard Gage on with his theory. I'm sorry if you aren't accepting of every little guest and everything that they say on my shows. So again, I say, go do your own thing. Leave me alone. Then for this asshole to come over here on the Friday thing, get out of my face, Wes. How do you get this guy to go away? Because I
What
don't
was
have
his
time for this
theory?
shit.
I want to know what his theory was.
You got to go watch.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
okay.
first of all, I tracked his IP address, and then I'd say
We know
things
where he
get a
lives
little bit
now.
Morally gray over there.
Yeah.
But,
Guy, just get out of
no,
my
what
life,
you do is
bro.
You just go, you get everybody on him, just like, dude, don't be a dick, and then just
I
get
just,
mob mentality, get him.
Daily
him to go
Mojo, same
off
way.
the
I do
chat.
not mind trolls. I mean, if they come in with a different viewpoint.
If he had said, like, if he
don't
had
be
reached out to
mean.
me, right? If he had just reached out instead of just like gone into spam mode
came in
and
hot.
going after my guest like that in the middle of a conversation, why don't you wait until he's done, reach out to me, and then maybe I'll have you on, or maybe I'll have the exact guest that you on. And then for him to show up here, go away. All right.
Yeah.
So,
Well, as
And
an
come say
Italian,
it to
I
my
would just
face.
say- I would
So you
just
have a
make phone
podcast and you
call.
don't look into what guests shared with you?
oh my gosh, go away. Get out of here, dude.
Then say
You
it to my
just-
face. Don't say it to his face. I'll do it.
I don't know. I'm so far behind on the comments here. Where am I here?
but people
like
love
literally whatever you read to me, that's what I'm seeing.
People are very excited that you finally said fuck.
Hold on a second. Then come say it to my face. So you have a
I think
podcast.
they're,
You don't look.
they're like.
Oh, you just read
telling
that,
you.
Brad. Sorry.
I did.
Sorry.
No,
Yeah.
that's why. I don't even know what that means.
I don't either. Am I gonna go to South Africa to say it to your face?
Is that where he is? He's in
That
South
would
Africa.
actually
That's what he
probably
said
be-
to me. That's
that
what
would
he
probably
said to
be
me.
the most baller thing ever.
He's not in
Like, hey,
South
so-and-so.
Africa.
That's what he says.
Come on.
Okay. I don't
I mean,
know.
That
dude,
was fun.
if you showed up, you're like, "Hey, did you say such and such about me?" And then you just kick their ass.
That gave me goosebumps.
You got ideas swirling.
Kind of
now?
turned me on a little bit, Keith.
I know.
Okay.
I'm going from 6 to midnight.
Hold on a
There you
second. I have
More like 6 to 9:30. But
I'll be right back. Don't anybody go anywhere. I'll be right back.
okay.
Oh, we're leaving. We won't be here when you get back.
Dude, that would be awesome. You know, we
Let's
can,
see here. I'm just looking here. I'm trying to.
yeah, look, we can hide his camera. Bye bye.
No, I like his nice little.
I
Oh,
know,
put
I
that
know.
back up. I want to show you this.
That's a
One
cool
thing I
little
noticed here was that in his logo he has Valentined it up. You see all those little hearts?
Oh yeah,
That took some doing.
that took thought. Yeah.
That took thought. I am not a fan of Valentine's Day. Brad, can you hear me right now? Yes.
I can.
Oh, cool. You got the in-ears? Okay. So I am not a fan of Valentine's Day, but the way you have doctored up the Daily Mojo logo, all of a sudden I am. Like, that's really good. That's what.
Scoring
Well done.
points, man. You're scoring points.
Well
Just,
done.
why am I backwards?
What do you mean you're backwards? You look okay. Hold on. Daily Mojo, all of that print is perfect.
Okay.
I'm sorry if
On
you
this
see
one,
it.
no,
Backwards.
yeah, I see it backwards up here,
Okay.
but it's the right way down here. I don't understand. I
So,
don't understand how do movies work?
I hear. Let's talk about daylight saving for a moment, shall we?
Yeah.
Because you know it's coming up again, March 9th. Got to do the stupid
Good
clock. We're
grief.
still doing this. We're still doing the stupid spring forward fallback stuff.
I will give them time to get.
It was
to
just-
get rid
it
of
was
that,
just
'cause it
meant for
has to go
energy
away.
saving,
It
right?
has to go away. But if the solution is just let the states decide. See, this is where I've got a constitutional crisis here. I need help. Walk me through how to land on this, okay? If you allow the states to do it, then one state, let's just say Oklahoma, chooses, we're going to go with, the daylight saving. And Texas says, no, we're going to go to standard time.
And then
Now
somebody
it
goes,
becomes a damn mess, and it's the problem we were trying to solve with the federal edict.
I think it would be, what was it, like pilots used to use Zulu Mountain Time, like they're called like METARs, that's how you read the weather. I think,
Retards
Just
read
to-
the weather.
yeah, it's called a METAR, so it will tell you how it's kind of like, almost, I would say like it's like a football play, so it means everything will tell you about visibility, which way this, it's an acronym. It's my brother had to learn how to get his drone license for insurance reasons. He's a photographer, and learning that, just look at that. METARs are cool. But anyway, if you were to try to tell somebody, like, what if I said, like, Keith, where you're at right now, and you're like, yeah, I'll be,
I feel like he's trying to communicate.
yeah, so like Dallas, and I'm like, you know what, I'd be like, you know what, I feel like I'm in Beijing time. So that's,
Oh, wait, we're doing trans time now?
yeah, I'm not
It's
doing
whatever
one
I
hour,
feel
man.
like.
If it's
I just feel like it's, you know what? Screw it. It's not 3:04.
Yeah.
It is now 12:04,
yeah, then
suckers.
you can really pull up,
and
bitch,
and-
I work at my own time.
and if you don't acknowledge that where I am it's 12:04,
That's a hate
then
crime.
that's disrespectful.
That's
You're not
just a hate
respecting
crime.
my pronoun time.
Yeah,
Arizona doesn't
Right.
observe daylight saving, but the Navajo Nation in Arizona does.
See what I mean? See what I mean? We got so we need to
yeah, they're their own.
hang on. We need to think this through. Okay? I get it that daylight saving time is stupid. Okay? We're
One
there.
of them,
It's outdated.
pick one, but doesn't daylight saving
Pick
time?
one,
Doesn't
but
doesn't it
we-
stay longer
Well,
with daylight saving?
the sun goes around the earth and twists at the exact same rate.
Right,
It's
no,
not-
but shifting the clock.
and
is
look
it
at this.
Is it lighter late at 9:00 on daylight saving time, which I think it is?
And look at this.
right. So like summertime,
Pick
it
that
doesn't
one.
get
Let's
dark
choose that
until-
one and keep it. And
Okay, but
forget
hold
it.
on. It's not that simple.
Why?
Let's Let's choose that. Let's choose one and keep it. Who? The government? So we're okay with the federal government saying we're doing this. I'm asking.
I would just say United Nations.
Because if
so
you're
we
a
can all
10th
agree.
Amendment purist, then you have to be like, nah, state by state. See what I mean?
That's just too much.
Am I making it complicated when it doesn't have to be? Because look at Toby's comment. Indiana said, county by county. And so you had, for the longest time, the northern edge and the southern edge of Indiana
But what if you
was a
lived
complete...
in one county but your school was in the other?
Okay, I don't
NIST.
help me.
That,
No,
which
no,
I don't
seriously,
necessarily
like, if you
trust
lived in one
NIST.
county and then school started at 7, but
Yeah,
it's
but
an
but
hour.
you've got to have a standardization, just
Hold
like
on. Hold on, this is important. I'm sorry. Linda, you're right. This clock is a minute behind. Go ahead, Brad.
Before Brad goes in, I actually have to do my as Bruno Mars says, my sexy bow out. Victoria's here. We got to get going doing our Valentine's Day thing. So
Wait, whoa.
Whoa.
Tell us what you're
Whoa.
doing.
Yeah.
What are you doing, bro?
Yeah,
Just
and don't
whatever
leave any
you
details
think.
out.
times that by 10. Okay.
Wait, what did he say? I missed
Whatever
what
you
he said.
think, times that by 10.
Oh.
No,
Whoa.
I'm just kidding. No,
Whoa.
she's here being awesome. I don't want to make her also just sit here and listen to me.
Bye,
She-
Victoria. Have a good
Hey,
date or whatever
hey,
you're
You
doing.
give her a
Victoria,
hug for
Brad,
me and tell her I miss
all
her.
People on the stream say bye.
You
And
miss her.
hi.
I
Bye.
do. She's a sweet girl.
She's very sweet.
Brad says you're a sweet girl. Back off.
I have messed up my clock.
So, but
What a
yeah,
shocker! Is you've messed up something with technology in it?
Look, now it's the year 2005. We can still avoid Barack Obama, y'all.
Yeah.
The
But, so
Bye,
before
Wes. I love
before
you.
go, the audio version will be up. Here's the lower third of it. I don't know
Oh,
why
yeah,
the
yeah.
font looks weird, but that's at the mic.transistor.fm. I'll
Yeah.
try to have everything up tonight.
And
I
you-
might
it-
be passed out because it's been a long day.
it's
And
so
don't-
easy to remember.
Don't forget, you scroll down to the bottom at the whatever that was, and then you'll find Spotify links and
right. So
iTunes
if you here, I can screen share.
I
this.
swear I am not. I am gonna do this live stream today until I get this calendar and everything else fixed. Now it's a damn challenge.
Here,
Okay.
I want to show you.
It's Wednesday, March 2nd, 2005.
Okay,
Correct.
so I'm going to share the screen. All right.
Share the screen. Look
You
at
guys
that. Oh
see
yeah. That's transistor. Wait, that's at the mic.
Transistor.
Dot
FM.
FM. Wait,
Okay,
Niner.
So you have latest episodes,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Now you can go up here,
Okay.
down
There it
here,
is.
or subscribe. All right.
Uh huh.
And then when you go there,
Uh huh.
it looks different on mobile, but these are all
mobile.
the platforms.
What if I go over there?
No, don't do that. That's wrong, bro.
Is it rude?
Yeah. So, and I can change the color scheme, but you got Pocket Casts, which I've never heard of. There's a lot of them, but any platform that you choose, they're all there.
He's
Seriously,
done a
what-
lot of pocket casting in the past.
Yeah, it's more. We used to call it different back in my day, but yeah.
Okay.
So
Don't you have
that's how
somewhere to
guys-
be?
That's how you guys get to it. Just wanted to show you. It's really simple. You don't. Obviously, you can listen to it in the browser. That's cool too.
Someone remind me what year it is, please.
Right there.
Depends on how you perceive time.
There you go.
So,
There's
all
your
right, guys.
whole,
You guys take it easy. All right.
time.gov.
Bye.
Bye,
See ya.
guys.
Bye,
All
Wes. You guys have a good Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure seeing you. Thanks for everybody for being so cool. So, all right. Catch you.
Keep,
Bye.
See
keep
you on
those
the other
naked
side.
pictures coming. There's a Lucian Standard Time?
That's Alaska, right? Oh no.
No, it's a different one than
Oh wow. How cool is this?
Hawaii Standard, Aleutian Standard.
You know, I'm at the point where, in the age of Google, when I am communicating with someone in Arizona, I don't ask them, hey, what time is it there? And, you know, just go to Google and look, because I can never remember, are they an hour or 2 hours? It just changes, you know.
You know, there's no sin in just saying what time zone are you in.
No, because it doesn't apply to Arizona.
Oh,
I know my time zones.
right.
I love anywhere in that green is God's country. But
The
now
only
it's
way the
now
only,
it's Celsius in here. God almighty, what
It
have I
should
done?
be.
Linda. I'm blaming Linda for my
Someone-
ineptitude.
dig up Jimmy Carter and slap him for not taking us to the metric system. We should have just gone
You
with it
know,
in the 70s.
You know, I'm mixed on that, and my American pride says stick with standard, but you're right. It just 0 makes more sense than 32.
Yes, it does.
212 instead of 100. Stop
Yep.
it. Stupid.
So if we did, the only way to not have time zones is just to simply go by, what is it, Greenwich Mean Time?
Yeah.
And just everybody refer to Greenwich Mean Time. But then you'd have to do all your conversions. So,
I know.
But no, actually, no, you wouldn't. If everybody wore a watch with Greenwich Mean Time on it, it would be the same number no matter where you are.
It's 2038 now.
Right.
What a great.
So,
like it's the year 2038. Wasn't that a great ride with Trump and Vance? And
it was a great ride.
My goodness. Now,
the Democrats finally blew themselves up.
Wait, I don't know. I seriously, I'm going to have to revisit this. All I wanted to do was advance this clock by 1 effing minute. Linda.
Why did you even, why?
I shouldn't have done it while I was trying to do this.
No, you shouldn't have. And you should just get an atomic clock that sets itself. Once you buy one of those, you'll want to replace every clock in your house with one.
How do those work? How do atomic clocks work?
They pick up the signal from the atomic clock in Boulder, Colorado.
They pick up a signal. So hang on. Now I'm being serious. I'm not playing dumb. What is? Okay, let's reverse engineer this. You can get the time zones off of there now, please. Yeah, I don't know. Isn't that yours? Okay. All right. So walk me through. How does an atomic clock work? Where in Boulder is it? Because if it's at the University of Colorado, I'm sorry,
already pissed. Fort Collins.
Fort Collins, okay, Colorado State. Yeah. Colorado State, okay. Is it probably at the university? I don't know.
Broadcast from near Fort Collins, Colorado. And all it does is it broadcasts it on 60 kilohertz.
What does it look like? Can you show me a picture or something, or
of what?
The atomic clock.
I don't know that there's a big clock that's going.
Well, Google it. I want you to Google it.
Let's see.
Google what does the atomic clock look like, or in Fort Collins.
Clock look. Well, I think there's only one atomic clock.
That's what I'm saying. What does it look like? Who's on first?
Oh, wait a second. Hang on. I think there's a picture of it.
Oh, well then, I guess I'm not that stupid.
No,
I mean, I'm dumb, but not that dumb.
I don't know if this might be it. Hang on. Put this over here, stick this way, put this up here.
Boy, that sounds like a good Valentine's Day over there.
Doesn't it really? All right, share, screen. Make sure you don't share that tab.
See? Boom! Look at that thing. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I guess that's the atomic clock. How do they work? With an error of only 1 second in up to 100 million years. Atomic clocks among the most accurate timekeeping devices. They're designed to measure the precise length of a second, the base unit of modern timekeeping. A second is the time it takes cesium-132, a cesium-132, 133 atom in a precisely defined state to oscillate exactly 9,192,631,770 times. That is the definition of a second.
Okay, hold on. Put a bookmark in there for just a second. Gabby, who is handling the At the Mike Show Instagram page, link to something. I missed the first comment from her. Link to something is saved as a highlight on the IG page. So let me know what that is.
It's my feet pictures. What? You don't like feet?
Gabby, let's get some pictures of Brad's feet. That would be a big draw to the IG page. Am I right? How we could do a story? Is that IG parlance? Look at that. I just feel hip saying IG instead of Instagram.
You are pretty cool.
Yeah.
KEWL.
So hold on. How did they make this thing? This atomic clock? I'm going to keep asking you questions until I understand this.
I'm still working on a second being 9,192,631,770 oscillations of a cesium-133 atom.
Okay. All right. So let's put the description of the atomic clock and how it's made on a shelf for a moment. I'm sorry. I'm very distracted right now. You know what's distracting me? It's the equivalent to a VCR blinking 12 o'clock. I can't look now. My wall clock calendar is just blinking the year 2030. It's March 22nd, 2038. And it's 20 degrees Celsius in this room. And I don't know how to make it stop. Please
Why don't you
make
just
it
start
stop.
living your life in 2038?
You know what we're going to do?
Just roll with it. I mean, just embrace the future.
I'm 62. Oh, no, I'm still 61. Because it's March 22nd. See, it's before my birthday.
Wait a minute. You're going to be 61 in what year?
That was quick math. See, Keith math. Sometimes it's right. I have no idea. Is that right? I was born in 1976. So 38 plus 24, right? So I'll be 62. I'll turn 62 in the year 2038.
Good grief, because I'm going to be 61 in a month.
Well, see, but we're going to be the same age because I'm in
How does that
2038.
happen?
I hate it, man. It's going to make me sad. Don't make me depressed.
How does it go that quickly? I mean, it
Help
just,
me. Help me. You're
it
going to make me sad
totally-
on a Friday.
It does. It makes me. It upsets me greatly
Mm-hmm.
that it's
I don't
going
like
by that
age.
quickly.
I don't like death. I don't like any of it. So,
Death is starting to sound like a welcome respite, though.
no, hey, now easy.
What
Please
is it going to
don't-
be? I hear it's quieter.
You're going to make me sad. I
Why?
don't want to lose you. We already lost Doc, bro. Don't be doing this. Don't be talking like that. Let's just sweep it under the rug. And
Well, it's going to
pretend it didn't
eventually happen. One day you're going to wake up and go, he was doing what when he got hit by the ostrich?
Beth, you found him where?
And how was the rhinoceros involved in this? I mean,
See, now, hold on a second. One of my favorite bands of all time is NXS.
yes.
Poor Michael Hutchins.
He's not dead, is he? Well, I had this big argument with my friend Dave Jaguar over who was dead and who wasn't, and I thought he would. Michael Hutchins isn't dead, is he?
1997-ish, 6.
Michael
96.
Hutchins. Oh,
It was
Okay.
the fall. I know it was the fall.
okay. You know,
No.
you're right. In 1997, who was I thinking was?
What day? Hold
I
on a
think
second.
I'm in the Matrix because this is all very confusing to me. I
This
thought
is
he was.
this is the Mandela effect, right?
It is because.
Hold on. What day did he die?
You want me
Michael
to tell you?
Hutchins.
Because I can
Yeah.
tell you.
Tell me, yeah.
22nd of November.
Okay, November 22nd, 1997.
Yeah.
Hang on. I can tell you exactly what I was doing. Hang on.
Okay. I won't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. Hang
I will.
on.
I'm gonna be
Stop
right here.
rushing me.
I'm,
Yes. Totally got that memory wrong. Never mind. Hold on. Let me just see what the basketball team was doing.
okay.
Hang on.
All right. While you're doing that, he died from suicide, Kara says.
Sure he did.
Did he?
Ah, here we go. Here's what was happening. Here's what I was doing. On November 22nd, 1997, the Nebraska Cornhuskers were playing the New Orleans, whatever their nickname is, basketball team, because I announced that basketball game on our campus radio station at Nebraska. Because I remember when I went into the newsroom to get the remote broadcasting equipment, that was the breaking news on the Associated Press wire that Michael Hutchins had been found dead. I don't know that he killed himself.
Well,
I believe
Kara
he.
says he hanged himself in his hotel room.
Yep, you might want to do a little bit more digging. He went out with a smile on his face.
Dave, are we talking the old autoerotic asphyxiation aspect of things? Like
Apparently.
David Carradine
Apparently.
and Fox Mulder?
Apparently.
Huh. And
Anyway. I'm sad now.
I beat you
Let's
all.
talk
I'm
about
already
something else.
62. Sue, you don't look 62. You look fabulous. Not that 62 doesn't look fabulous. Obviously it does.
Oh, look at this. FSU baseball kicks off in 40 minutes. You know, baseball is quickly approaching. Oh, I've got a question for you. Speaking of sports and all this good stuff, everyone's got an opinion on this, so don't roll your eyes if you don't like sports. This is a conversation we need to have as a nation, okay?
I hate basketball.
I break something every time I play basketball, so I'm with you.
I suck at it. I can't hit the broadside of a barn.
I
And
played intramural basketball for 3 years out of my 4 years in college. The reason I didn't play my 4th year is because I realized I am so bad at this. Why am I even going out there? So
I don't like the smell of a basketball court. And you know what I'm
Really?
talking about.
but I
You don't.
don't.
Oh, come on. You walk into a basketball court gymnasium and there's a smell, and it just I can't even really tell you what it is other than it smells like a basketball court. It's probably a combination of the urethane on the floor and the whatever the balls made of rubber and the
rubber
plastic
ball
seats.
and the is it just because air isn't moving in there? Or
I don't know, and it's probably just because when I was in like grade school and I couldn't play and people
you
would
got your
laugh.
ass kicked in the gym, didn't
So
you?
and it probably just brings back those memories that no amount of therapy can ever get rid of.
Okay, well, I just hate basketball because I suck at it and I break stuff whenever I play it. And so, and over my 3 years, I scored 4 points. I was 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and I hit a half quarter. In a game we were losing by about 20 points, I hit a half court buzzer beater that made no dent in the outcome of that game. That was all. I suck at basketball. My shooting motion sucks. Everything.
Yeah, I cannot. I just can't do it.
So is it a fact that it's not 2038 right now?
It would be hard to prove that it's not, but I'm pretty sure it's not. If you get
Okay.
right down to it, how do you prove?
Right, you can't.
How do you
You can't.
prove that we've been to the moon?
So, my country,
I'm just saying.
right or wrong.
Not saying. I just, I don't-
Brad,
Yes.
I want to run something by you and the audience, and I wish I could do a frickin' poll on this. Okay, so here's my question: should the day after the Super Bowl be a national holiday? 15% of workers reportedly miss the next day, the Monday after the Super Bowl.
I filled in on BAP on Monday, the day after the Super Bowl, because the guy who is normally at Casey, he took the day off. He said, I'm taking the day off after the Super Bowl. I'm not going to call in sick. I'm just taking the day off. And so I made some money because it wasn't a national holiday. So I'm going to vote no on the national holiday.
It should not be a national holiday.
No.
So, real quick, radio is not only a small world, it's an incestuous world. You remember how last week we discovered that Richard Bachschmidt, my former boss who hired me in Charleston, South Carolina, was also basically best friends with Wes, and we never knew until last week that Wes and I were connected like that. Well, I've worked with Casey Bartholomew in that same Charleston radio station. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. It is a small world.
It's a small
Incestuous. Full
Like
of disease,
I
death,
worked.
and
I worked
destruction.
in the mornings, and he worked in the afternoons.
Time doesn't
I just sent
exist,
you a code.
clocks do.
I just sent you a code, Brad.
You did. I like that.
Nervous laughs, man. There's something else, aren't they? Okay, so here it is. He got it now. See, I like
I
it.
sure did.
I like sending you signals.
Yep, you did. You're
Between the
right.
lines.
Yes, you did.
Okay, so listen. The NFL is strongly considering.
The NFL.
I haven't even had this much. So, okay, the NFL is strongly considering going from a 17-game schedule to an 18-game schedule. But with that would come an extra bye week. So the NFL is strongly considering moving their season up a week to the Labor Day weekend and back a week to where the Super Bowl every year would be the day before President's Day, making the day after the Super Bowl a de facto holiday because we all love honoring our presidents on
With
that
a sale
Monday.
on mattresses.
Yeah. I'm working Monday. How about you, bro?
Yeah, see, I'm still mad that they took away Lincoln's
Lincoln and
birthday,
Washington. Yeah.
Washington's birthday.
I'm not mad they took away Lincoln, but I don't know how much time we want to spend on this today on Lincoln and me. We got issues, he and I. But Washington,
He
yeah.
was a bit of a tyrant, wasn't he?
A bit. And I can't wait to do a At the Mic Thursday deep dive on that topic soon enough. That's the plan. I've been trying to
the
do
ends
it.
justify the means.
Well,
I mean, that's the big question.
That's what Americans have to decide. Did the kind of government you got, the kind of federal government you got after the Civil War, was it worth it to have Abraham Lincoln at the helm? I feel there are other ways we could have gone about saving the Union and freeing the slaves without Lincoln, but that again is going to be another topic, and I'm sure there will be somebody that this 9/11 guy will have on the other side of the aisle, and so he can chime in during that conversation.
Night to say, nee. Is Keith the guy who took off like 6 weeks at the end of the year advocating for more time off?
No, I'm neutral on the whole national holiday thing because I'm going to go to work on that Monday after the Super Bowl regardless. And I'm the guy who has to get his ass up early on that Monday morning. But no, I'm not even going to take President's Day off. Come on, I'm not. That feels very monarchical. Is that a word? Ask Flensborg. He knows all the king words. Monarchical.
It's funny because Phil Bell tried to say that same word. I'm pretty sure this morning.
What?
And I know that's the second time today I've heard two people butcher the word monarchical.
That's funny, Born Genius. That's why I put that up there because that was such a funny comment.
Can we not call her Born Genius? Because it's not Genius.
Let's do that.
She's got the I-U-S at the end. So it's Born Jenny Us or it's Born Genius.
Maybe her name is Jenny.
I'm sure it is, which is a very nice name, but that looks like Born Genius.
But yes, I had a relationship with Abraham Lincoln. Didn't you hear the latest revisionist history on him?
You had a relationship with him?
Well, that's what she's saying. How old is Keith?
Oh,
Did he had a relationship?
Sorry, I didn't. I was focusing on her name and not on the content of her note.
Eyes up here.
I like to objectify.
What was I looking up? What is it that you just? Monarchical. That has to be a word, right? Monarchical.
It is. Yeah, it is. And but it's like
I've never used that word. I just got lucky.
Well, it is Valentine's Day. Excuse me, it is Valentine's Day.
Did you hear that? It's Valentine's Day. Sorry, go ahead, continue.
Valentine's Day. Because I think you want to say monarchical.
Wait a second. I just thought of something.
Yes.
My wife and your significant other
Emergency contact
are hanging out
on Valentine's Day.
On Valentine's Day. What the hell?
I don't ask questions.
I hate Valentine's Day. She knows it's another day. Come on, stop it.
I just know I have X amount of time for the massage table to be set up and taken down.
Excuse me, what was that?
Nothing.
I don't get it.
Because you're married.
Where's the rim shot when you need it?
That's
what I should have. There should be. Thank you. All right. So I got a quick question. There's apparently there's an invasive Australian crayfish in Texas waters. Did you know that? Wait, what?
I was hoping I could come up with a clever comeback to. There's an invasive. What'd you say it was? A crayfish.
Crayfish.
Oh! In where?
Texas.
All right. So the crayfish are the ones that make the little mounds.
Is that right?
Yeah, when we went to the big mounds, where the hell was that? It was over in Louisiana, but I remember there being a little dirt mound. It looked like a pile of elephant poop. But I'm like, what is that? And somebody, those are the crayfish.
Was it right next to the water?
No, that was the thing. It was like way away from the water, but apparently the ground is wet enough that they can still. And if you see these guys on YouTube that go out and like hunt them with their hands, just stick their hands down in those holes and pull out a crate. It's like no,
you have to pay for that.
Not right. And
Interesting.
And it bites them. If you've never seen them do that,
no. I will say that. I could bring this home. Spring break, me and some buddies of mine, we went to South Georgia. It's like we stopped Like you're supposed to keep driving from Atlanta to Florida to get to the beach, but not us
Right.
idiots. We went to a family farm in South Georgia, and they had this. They had these spears in the house. It was like it was a house. Was it a house? No, it was just a trailer. It was just a trailer. Oh wow, what's going on here? So anyway, there's a picture of me somewhere with a spear trying to stab the little crayfish, and I never got one. What do we got going on here? Are you pissing them off, trying to get them out?
Yeah, that's what they. Yeah, that's what they do. Hang on a second.
So what I'm doing right here is I got the crawfish almost at the hole, you know, and
Is that a
basically when you get the line all
It's
the
not a
way down
euphemism. It's not a euphemism.
and it stops dropping, you kind of pull up on it and you'll feel something pulling back if you got a crawfish on.
Hold on,
And so
rewind this.
after that, you start
Rewind
pulling
this.
it up
Rewind
slowly
this just
up
a
and
second.
you,
Okay, pause it. Now, there is an audio version of this podcast. Okay, so I would encourage people to go back and listen to it later, or right now you could just play and you can just close your eyes. Just close your eyes and let's just imagine what he's doing.
you kind of pull up on it and you'll feel something pulling back if you got a crawfish on. And so after that you start pulling it up slowly, little by little, and every once in a while you can stop, you know,
and catch your breath.
when you stop,
Maybe have a sandwich.
Calvin Coolidge would not be pleased with
you
me.
should feel something pull back.
Right.
Every time you stop, something will probably, you know, the crawfish is going to pull back. You'll feel it.
We got it.
You just want to do that till you get you. See, I got my
You're gonna be charges
little
pressed against
jig
you if you're
at the
not
top of
careful.
the water. I see the claws and
Do they all have claws? I guess they do.
trying to get in the perfect position, trying to get the claws in between the needle nose. So all I gotta do is crimp down on them and pull it out, and that's basically all you gotta do.
Wait, does he get one or not?
He better, right? After all this time, we
Right?
better get lucky.
I
We
want my
better-
money back if you don't get a crawfish out of this hole.
We better be the damn crawfish. Show us your crawfish. Show us your crawfish. How many times in high school were you out and you're just like, hey, we're out here looking for some crawfish flashing. There he
go.
goes. Oh, he stabbed. There you go. There's that little bastard.
Just so y'all know,
Holy
I let this
God,
crawfish-
those are like spiders.
They look like alien, man.
Oh, jeez.
Like a predator. They look like predator.
Okay, we're done with that one because it's gross.
The two,
And
it
then,
looks,
and then someone decided to eat that. Have you ever seen one? They decided to eat one of those, and it just. Danny K has some chest and sinus infection going on right now. It's 54
everybody's
degrees.
sick.
It is
Everybody's
time for
sick.
traffic and weather together on the fours. I got
Let's
you
check
covered
out.
there. How's the traffic looking out there, Keith?
It's bumper to bumper. It's really clogged. You know what? Hey, check this out. Check this out. What is the no, hold on. What is the Pink Floyd song where they have a helicopter or something? Is it the wall? Is it another brick in the wall?
No.
Something? Well, anyway, there is one. There is one.
Yes. I agree.
But you just reminded me of my childhood because
Pink Floyd.
when my dad was dating a lady and she
Mm-hmm.
had these two sons, and we would, like, while they were hanging out at the house and doing stuff, you know, we would try to entertain ourselves, and like they'd watch a movie or something, I don't know, and we'd be in the back. Stop it, Bradley.
No,
And-
is there anybody in there? It's not if you
So
can-
we would be back there, like, I imagine this. I would convince them to play radio station. Such a loser.
I
Anyway,
made my mom and dad play game shows, so shut up.
right, okay. And so we had to like manufacture like traffic reports and news and sports, and just saying it out loud makes me hate me even more. So one of these guys that ended up being my stepbrother for like, 6 months. So anyway,
Better to have stepped and
he was
lost
doing
than never to have
right.
stepped
He was
at all.
doing this number.
Right.
And then it occurred to him because he was doing the helicopter and we're doing the traffic report. And then he's like, wait a minute. And he pulled out that album. And so that became our bed for the radio station. The helicopter from, I think, a Pink Floyd album. I forget. Is there a Pink Floyd song that has a helicopter in it? There, God,
Well,
someone tell
Linda
me.
says it's another brick in the wall. but
Thank you. That's yes.
Is it?
Yeah, right at the beginning or something, right?
I thought it was like Us and Them.
I don't know.
Right?
But we used that as our soundtrack for our traffic reports.
Is that a euphemism like playing a post office? Like playing post office. You ever play doctor?
Real quick, on this radio station thing,
Come on, everybody play doctor.
the reason I got into radio, this is a true story. I followed, so when I was a kid, the kid across the street, it was the weirdest neighborhood, bro. They did a school district down the middle of our damn neighborhood. So the kids you would play with, you weren't necessarily going to school with because they drew the damn district line through the middle of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And so a kid across the street from me who I went to school with, he went to go hang out with another buddy that he knew that we didn't go to school with, but he knew. Anyway, shout out to Alan Casey. I'm sorry. Shout out to Doug Stankoff, who I followed to Alan Casey's house. And Alan Casey had this like homemade radio station that he had hooked up to his battery and all this stuff, and any walkie-talkies.
And would broadcast like a block away?
Yes.
Yeah.
He basically, this kid, Alan Casey, was a genius, and he manipulated the walkie-talkies and did some stuff, and before you knew it, we had a radio station. And then I had to pedal back home up the hill to my dad's house to get the longest album that my dad had, which was the Beatles' White Album, and bring that back. And so then we would drive around the neighborhood to see how far away we could get the signal. And that's how I got into radio at the age of 8.
See, there's a story behind every great radio person.
And there's also a story behind me.
And us too. That's
And us too.
Loman and Barkley, who were a team out in California on KFI. That's why I got into radio, because they were funny and on AM radio back in the 70s. And I just was on X. I think it was on X. I just started following and exchanged DMs with Al Loman's daughter. And I was nerding out because her dad was, the reason I'm sitting here in this little room by myself, surrounded by a bunch of things emitting some sort of radiation at me and talking to you.
That's
and reading
true.
words that people say on the screen.
That's true. And shout out to Doug Stankoff and Alan Casey. You're the reason why I have tinnitus today.
Huh? Yeah, did that.
Hang on a second. Hang on. Sue. Hang on.
Don't sue.
Everybody is sick. And knock on wood, everybody but Keith Malinak is sick. Like, they've got the norovirus, the whatever. Peter Hotez has released so much shit into the air, along with Anthony Fauci. Everybody's got something this year, and I don't like it, Brad. Fix it.
I don't blame you. I'm.
Have you gotten sick this year? Have you gotten the flu or anything?
Not yet. I've been trying to stay out of the places that have gotten me sick in the past. And
wait, you're not going to the bathhouses these days?
So far it's working.
So how are you getting by if you're not going downtown?
Barely, I'm telling you. And I've got this thing with my neck.
What's going on with your neck, man?
Oh, it just hurts. I mean, I'm just, stuff hurts. It's just because
You may come over there and give you a massage?
I caught, yes.
I already told you. Carrie's hanging out with Beth. I mean,
I caught the old. So come on.
You
come
caught
on over.
the old. Oh my gosh.
That's what your wife told me.
Hold on.
But I caught the old.
Caught the old.
My former TV wife.
I don't think that.
Wife.
I don't think that. I'm gonna risk it here. No risk it, no biscuit. There are people in my life who I've nicknamed the olds. The end.
Wait. Don't we just?
I'm just gonna stop there.
Okay.
You get to that age, and it's just like,
right. I hear you.
You're an old. You're an old. Sorry.
That's true. Are we? Have we reached the end of the internet?
So hang on a second. I never even finished the story on this stupid Australian crayfish that's in Texas waters
Oh, that's
causing
right.
concern for wildlife. Because all I could think about when I was reading this story, and I thought I had a picture of it. He's really wild, man. I know you just played the video. Just imagine like a really bright green and red, gnarly looking thing. Brad.
What?
So anyway, all I could think of when I was reading that was kudzu. Because in the South, they brought in the kudzu. And
it was a government program.
It's always a government behind
I know.
insanity and chaos. Hold on a
Behind
sec.
Stupidity.
What is hold on. So anyway, in the South, kudzu took over the Japanese. I'm sorry, I'm distracted by Jeremy Wade finds giant crayfish. And it's like his head. What am I looking at there in the column of your YouTube? What is going on there? It's like the third video down on the right. What is that? What is that?
That cannot be real.
She's about 1/5 the
Holy
size.
shnikes. Is that real?
I don't like it. I'm
I
gonna
mean,
go
it's
out.
basically a giant spider with pinchers. That is just, how long ago was that? 5 years ago.
I don't like it.
Jeremy Wade used a camera to search under blah, blah, blah.
I don't like
Jeremy
it.
Wade's full-blown marine biologist. Man, I hope I never see anything bad about Wade. He is one of the most impressive people to ever live. Wow, that is
I don't like it.
kind
Hey.
of sad how it takes 50 years to get that big, but it takes like 10 minutes to eat the whole thing.
That's an awesome take. That's funny. Sorry, dude. You tasted good.
Did you see
Thanks for all the hard work.
the hunter who had the deer in his sights, and the deer like looks at him and comes trotting over to
Yeah.
him?
And like
Hey,
checks him. Yeah. And the guy's like, bro, I can't do
I
this.
said, "Shoot."
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Can I just say,
Hey, can you pet me?
I'm sorry. This is going to seem like the ramblings of a freak.
That
and
was-
it kind of is.
That happened long ago.
But you just
about 2
reminded
o'clock.
me. I know. You just reminded me of a story at my dad's funeral. Now keep in mind, it's my dad's funeral.
Mhm.
So what I'm about to tell you
It's after he died, right?
is after he died. And it didn't see if you can figure out why the story was told. Okay? I want to set the stage. My dad is dead. He's in the casket. His brother, my uncle, is up talking to the crowd. Okay?
All right.
And in the crowd is my dad's best friend from childhood and into young adulthood. And my uncle gets up and tells a story about how he, my dad, and my dad's best friend went hunting when they were in their 20s.
Mhm.
And my uncle says, I'm specifically leaving out names because I don't want to. Of course, I only have one
I
uncle. you
think they
dumbass.
know who they're talking about.
Kill me.
Pretty much
So-
the names are irrelevant.
So Greg gets up there. And I'm just imagining David sitting out in the crowd who showed up to my dad's funeral, pay his respects, and then this story gets told. Yeah, me and Steve, that's my dad, and Greg, we went hunting and we didn't see a deer all day. And it was just like, whatever, we just didn't get anything. And then we're driving out of the property, and this deer comes up in the middle of the road. And Steve, my dad, says, "Oh, I can't shoot this deer. Look at this. Come on." But then David gets out of the truck and says, "I can."
Oh, God.
And David shot the deer right
Wow.
there that was just standing in front of the truck hanging out with us.
Hey,
And
hey, guys.
Steve didn't shoot it, but David sure as hell did. No, he didn't say hell. It's like,
Wow.
you could have left that part out, bro. Just if you're trying to make the point that my dad had a soft heart for animals, then
Right,
stop
just-
there.
Right. Stop
You
there.
don't have to say that guy right there in row 8. He murdered Bambi, but Steve didn't, and we're here to
That's
respect Steve. Sweet.
Uh,
And we're just sitting there, just sinking down in our chairs, like, "Oh, good. This is fun. Oh, this is good."
I shot a bird once in a tree.
Yeah.
Well, the bird was in the tree. I was in my bedroom window,
Okay.
and I had a new pellet gun, and tink, and the bird shoom, And I walked out there, and the birds laying there going,
Oh no.
and I was like, and I felt like crap. I was like,
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. You know what? I hit a bird with a slingshot once. So get this. I have a slingshot, Dennis the Menace style. But that's not what I'm out doing. I'm out with a remote control car. Remember, like in the 80s, those remote control vehicles,
With the
you know,
big
the little
fat
thing.
wheels.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
yeah.
And it was called the Frog. And so you had the little steel. Anyway, this bird is just. He's standing there. And I'm like, I put the controller down. I stopped playing with the car. Grab my Dennis the Menace back pocket slingshot. I'm like, really? You're that interested in what's happening over here?
Wow. Wow.
I hit the bird. Hold on, it has a happy ending and not in that kind of way. I hit the bird, and the bird just kind of was, yeah, oh yes, the frog! That's one of the only memories my dad and I had together. Anyway, so, because I was always breaking that thing accidentally. Like I'd take the turns too tight, and then he'd have to fix the axle or whatever the hell. But anyway, yeah, the frog. Mine was blue and like greenish almost, like because you could I think have different shells or whatever. Mine almost looked like it belonged in the Seattle Seahawks game. But anyway, I hit that bird, and I before the rock hit the bird, I felt like an asshole. And the bird thankfully just kind of brushed it off like, okay, whatever. Thanks. And then he took off and he flew away. I watched him. I was like, because I felt bad. I've lost Brad. I think Brad's bored. Where'd you go?
Here.
Where'd you go? Okay. So anyway, I don't know anything of the controls of this Riverside, by the way.
I don't either, apparently.
So Wes set this up, and now I'm just sitting here, and I just...
Well, and the reason that I disappeared for a second is because we actually did also have the results of your...
That's not true. Get out of my face. That's
bird.
not the bird. No, the bird was black, and he flew away. Don't say it. Why'd you shoot?
I don't know how he flew away, because that bird's dead.
That's
He's not. His bird's dead. No, he's
Bro,
not.
you just reminded me. When Carrie and I lived in Houston, we walked out of our house one day, and there was a bird like that. And I went over there, and I just this is a true freaking story. I nonchalantly picked up the bird, dropped it in the garbage can. Carrie goes, "You gonna go wash your hands?" And I'm like, "It's a bird.
It's
Whatever."
a bird.
We get in the car. Brad Staggs. God is my witness. Where's a Bible? Top of the hour news comes on the radio.
He died from holding the bird.
It was H1N1 or it was whatever the hell was going on at the time.
Yep.
And she puts it in park.
Get out and wash your hands.
Your hands. Now, in the meantime, from picking it up and opening the garbage can and all that stuff, and I was more of a germ freak back then than I was.
Spread the smeg.
Right, I've been doing this number. That's just a bird. What the fuck? It's a bird. What? What's the problem? There's a bird, man.
Hashtag spread the smeg. Right?
Sweet Lord.
I'm gonna hashtag
Didn't die though. Right, that's me. Kevin found the bright side. That bird, he's not dead. He's resting.
He's resting. Right. The bird's dead. No, he's not.
Hey, I got a question. Brad Staggs, where were you 130 years ago? I have a bad feeling that you were Jack the Ripper. I got a story here. They think they've figured out who Jack the Ripper is.
My attorney not to say anything.
I cannot find my...
Wait, who do they think is Jack the Ripper? Now,
well, you, Brad Staggs.
I think it's a doctor. It's a doctor, isn't it?
I don't know. Google this name. I don't think so.
Brad.
Tell me. Aaron, Aaron. Last name is Kosminski. Aaron Kosminski. He wasn't a doctor. He was a Polish immigrant. Polish immigrants can't be doctors.
Polish
what are you?
Immigrants cannot be doctors. He was a Polish barber, a hairdresser, and a suspect in the Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, he was. So what they found was they found they
You can do this.
They
know,
tested the
you can do
DNA that was found on a shawl that belonged to one of the victims.
On a what?
Shawl.
Shawl.
SHAWL, right? Isn't that right?
Right. Yes. No, you're right.
Okay. So anyway, and so it's definitely someone related to that guy. I'm sorry. They tested a relative of that guy and said this DNA.
Wait a second. How
Right?
a shawl? How did the DNA survive? Where the hell do you get DNA on a shawl? I mean,
Okay.
was like part of their kidney on it or what?
So if you guys watch Pat Gray Unleashed, he has a thing where if I print up something and the print is too small, he grabs Jackie's glasses because apparently he doesn't have the time to go to his own eye doctor appointment, but I digress. So he puts Jackie's glasses on. I have looked everywhere for my freaking glasses, and
just do what I do and squint.
so
Or
I
use
found
your-
a backup pair of glasses, and they just aren't that good. What?
Use your phone and take the
Oh,
camera.
yeah,
and put
good
the camera.
call. Good call, bro.
If you triple tap an iPhone, you'll get the magnifier. But
Triple
you
tap
don't
it.
have an iPhone, so
Do you have to pay extra for a triple tap?
not in New Orleans.
Triple
Oh,
tap.
we didn't even get to Cat
This
Wants
doesn't-
Some Black Titty, did we?
This doesn't work. Hold on. Let me take a picture and then I'll zoom in. It's not that bad.
I do that all the time.
Oh,
and it
all
worked.
the time. Yes, all
All
the time.
The time.
Brother, I'm there. I have found myself taking pictures of so much stuff and just zooming in like pill bottles and stuff. Oh, God.
Well, plus they make things really small now. I mean, you know that. They do.
They do?
They do. That's what I've heard.
So here's what happened. He died in 1919. When was Jack the Ripper active? About 1900 or so, right around there? Somewhere in there, sure. So,
go
in
back and check my
2019, they got
diary.
a DNA sample taken from a shawl found at the murder scene of victim Catherine Eddowes. The mitochondrial DNA was compared with a sample given by Kosminski's living relatives and was found to be a match according to the findings published. Blah blah blah. It's very difficult to put into words the okay. I don't care about that.
Wait,
I want-
so you're like, okay, my great grandfather could have been Jack. Here, take some of my DNA, because it would be cool to find out that you. I mean,
yeah, right.
it's kind of a weird thing to.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. It's been determined that Jack the Ripper was actually Steve Malinak's best friend, David. It was you. That's a good point. Look, I don't want to know if I'm related to Jack the Ripper. Get out of my house.
Although I think maybe I would, come to think of it, because
Really?
why not? Yeah, because that give you some street cred, and nobody's going to f with you. Look, you know who I'm related to, and then you,
Yeah.
I just hang on a second, the dude
Oh.
in Nolans, because the reporter who went home with the prostitute.
Oh no, yes, and Kenner, right, Louisiana. Okay, this is sad.
That has the
bro.
Doc Thompson link to it too.
Okay, hold on. Before you get to the Doc Thompson link, because I'm already fascinated by wherever this story is going, can I just say, how can I say this and not dishonor the dead?
Well, go ahead, he's dead.
If you're in a desert, how dry does it have to be for that?
Cat wants some black titty.
Anyway, what's the story?
That's
Dead
I mean,
reporter during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he went and the Telemundo reporter.
Mm-hmm.
The last time they see him on video, he's walking into the hotel room with Miss Thing,
Mm-hmm.
and
How much do you think he paid to
that's a really good question.
to get killed?
And it turns out she might be linked to at least at least one other murder, and possibly another one where dude's crypto got stolen.
How do you steal crypto?
I guess you get the hot wallet. I don't know.
No, that takes a lot of steps.
It
come
does,
on.
I would think, but So here is there's your room
God.
temperature reporter on the left. You've got Miss Thing there on the right, and I mean, he looked at that and went, "Got to have me some of that." And they went back to the hotel room.
We assume she
There's
could have.
pictures you're right. She could have slipped him a Mickey.
You could have slipped him a Mickey. Could have said, go to your room, or I'm gonna shoot you in the back, or what. But
he was behind
smiling.
her, walking into the room on the camera.
I know.
I mean,
I saw.
it is what it is.
I know. He's a good-looking guy. Like, I mean, I'm not interested in him, obviously now.
No. Oh, here's another layer to that. The reporter lost his wife in a car accident last year, making their daughter an orphan now. Happy Friday.
Oh no! I didn't even know he had a daughter, dude.
Well, had the court, and here's the thing: the justice system did not, because she was convicted last October of computer fraud, theft, and illegal transmission of monetary funds. But the Orleans Criminal District Judge Nandy Campbell, the Honorable Nandy Campbell, didn't do prison time and instead ordered her to pay restitution and remained on probation for 5 years. Had she been punished accordingly, this dude might still be alive. So there's that.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. The least I can do.
I have a question for you real quick before we go. 2-minute warning. Says who? What if I want to... Dude, one of these days, let's just see how long we can do a live stream. Let's just start talking. Have no stories, no prep, just babbling and drinking.
We call that a weekday at the Daily Mojo.
So, we're going to do that one of these Fridays.
Isn't that kind of what we did today?
Kind of what we did today. Yep. So, Brad, do you know what it's like to be bored? Or to have free time? Anything? When's the last time you were bored, Brad?
It's been a while. I've not ever bored. I've been exhausted. I have been overworked. I've been frustrated, anxious.
I'm sorry. I'm distracted now, and I'll get back to this because I'm very interested in this answer, but
I don't think you are really.
I know I am. I want to know. Hold on. This is the most ridiculous thing. I have no idea how this happened. I had a stack of stories here, and I get to this last story, and I'm like, I'm gonna save that one. Let me just finish with this one. But there was a Post-it note on it. And the story isn't even that old. Like, I just printed it up the other day. So I don't know how this happened. How did this Post-it note end up on a story that I printed 3 days ago when this Post-it note was clearly written? This is my life. This is my brain. This was a month ago that I wrote this. License plate bulbs. 2018 Toyota Tacoma. This was a note to myself to get light bulbs.
Did you get them?
Yeah, it's taken care of.
Oh. You should probably throw that Post-it away.
How the hell did this Post-it note get on a freaking store? This is my chaotic world, man.
We talked about the rampant drug use and alcohol abuse.
I'm not stopping.
I didn't say you had to. You're just looking for answers. I'm giving them to you. That's all.
This is a mystery of life now. How did this Post-it note end up inside a stack of stories on something that I printed 3 days ago and stacked up together an hour before we went on?
Jack the Ripper.
David Creighton. Sorry.
There you have it. That's all I got.
So anyway, what I was going to get to is... Oh, I'm sorry. You were talking about something.
I don't even know anymore.
Okay, let me read this story real quick, and then I'll leave everybody alone. Thanks for joining me inside my chaotic brain. Max Fosh. Now, before I continue, this guy, it sounds like a really cool YouTube channel that everybody should check out, and I'm going to. Max Fosh turns 30 in April. He's a YouTuber born at St. Thomas Hospital in London, and he's on the hunt for someone who shares his exact birthday and birthplace to celebrate his 30th birthday. Now, I'm torn on this one. And so I need people to help me in my... I'm torn. Because let me explain his YouTube channel. It sounds very cool. It says, subscribe if you're a silly Billy, and feature such videos as I hatched a fish from supermarket caviar. That's interesting. And his most
euphemism.
No, it's not a euphemism, bro.
It could have
His
been.
most popular video is, you're right, it could be. I made tourists think, now this is funny. I gotta go watch this video. I made tourists think they landed at the wrong airport. What if you go into an airport and you're like, oh, you meant London? No, this is Birmingham. Sorry.
Hit like on the YouTube, people. If you're in the chat, hit like.
Oh, yeah, hit like on the YouTube. Yeah, thank you, Pat. Brad, you're so nice.
Did you just call me Pat, you man whore? You're art.
I called you by another man's name.
You slut.
Because Pat would never ask people to click a like button for me. So let's see. A YouTuber born at
You just like him for his cookies.
I mean, that's fair, right? You know what? I had a point to the story, but I have forgotten what it was.
So
I
did I.
truly have forgotten the point I was going to make.
Uh-huh.
So now I'm throwing it in the trash. With
Crawfisk says this show is like sitting in my local bar.
Oh, good. This is what... Oh, reminder time. Reminder time. Brad Staggs, I have you down for March 27th for Barfly 4. Can you check? We'll wait while you check your calendar. I already wrote it down for you.
I've got it. That's on my birthday, too. So
Wait, what?
I'll be 83 years old.
I don't want to make you work on your birthday. Why is my end just getting so crooked and disheveled?
Listen,
Shelved.
listen, my N, it's crooked.
God. I have not had this much. You're just so funny. Okay,
You
so
brought the alcohol, I brought the drugs, man. This is the best damn time I've ever had.
has anyone ever told you how cute you are when you laugh?
You're a handsome man. I'm not gonna lie, you are a handsome man, and don't let anybody tell you you're not.
That's a fact. Booze plus ADD equals Keith. Yep.
Brad wants little blue pills for his birthday. Sure, you want to send them? I'll take them. The damn things are expensive.
Who's spitting?
Probably me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now he's spiting me. Hold on. Who's spiting? Wait, what? Who's? I missed that 9/11 guy. I hope he's still watching.
What does it say? Adam says, I imagine this show is what the Blaze was like in the offices and hallways back in the early years.
Hashtag fair point.
Yep. Sure was.
I used to keep... Never mind.
It's too bad it's after 4.
Oh, shoot! Look at the time, y'all!
I have to go put pants on. Or take
I have a
them off.
question. I have a question for people, including you, Brad.
Uh-huh.
This is serious. I'm not like I'm putting on my serious face. I'm putting on my serious face. Look at me. Look at me.
I'm looking
Okay.
at you.
So check this out.
I'm checking you out.
I have killed
2 hours.
well done.
5 minutes.
Well played. I've killed 2 peach trees. I think it's only 2. It might be 3 at this point. Hell, I don't even know. I've killed trees. So last week I planted a tree, and I followed letter of the law, Brad Staggs. Okay? I did the root ball the way it's supposed to be. Everything. I didn't overwater it. I followed directions for the first time in my life. Okay? Now. It's going to get damn cold here in North Texas next week. I've seen some predictions as low as 10 degrees. What have I done? What? Don't turn off the light. Now
I'm not.
feeling...
It's a janitor. He came through. He's turning off the
I'm
lights in
feeling
the
rushed.
hotel.
I'm feeling rushed now.
No,
I need to know
I am here.
how to protect this tree's life. If I lose another tree, I won't be able to live with myself.
Build a shed over it.
Build a shed over it?
Yeah.
I can't build a birdhouse properly, bro.
You want to save the tree?
Build a shed.
So there are limits on your love for the tree and your desire to save it, is what you're
That's
saying.
fair. That's fair.
That's what I hear
That's
you
fair.
saying.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm
Is it
hungry.
bigger than a bread box?
Yeah, it's like almost 6 feet tall, bro.
Get a refrigerator box.
Where am I going to get that?
I'm going to go out on a limb and suggest someplace where they sell refrigerators, but that's just a guess.
That's actually a great idea.
I just,
Hey,
you know.
okay, last ask for you, and then I'll leave you alone. Okay, can you do me a favor? When we hang up here, which we're about to do, I need you, Brad, to go.
I'm still in here. Hello.
I need you to go buy a refrigerator, and then send me a text, and I'm gonna come to your house and get the box. Okay?
Okay.
Why is it? Where did you
So-
go?
It's so dark in here.
I
I'm a
sure
little
is.
scared.
Okay, I'm gonna hang up now. I am so grateful for. Well, I was about to say all of you. The refrigerator store. I'm grateful for all of you except for one of you, and you know who you are. Linda.
I love all six of them. Linda, I'm
Linda.
ready for bed.
Just
Is she coming on to me because I'm
Wait, what?
tired of being treated like a piece of meat?
wait. What time is it where you are, Linda?
I'm tired of being a piece of meat.
I go to bed really early some
Really
nights,
tired.
but not
Don't
4 p.m.
objectify me
Not
in that way.
go hug it. I'm not gonna stand out there next
Unless you
week
mean it.
and hug the damn tree. Brad, do you need to buy a refrigerator anytime soon?
I'm sorry, Bob. I don't know. He's still talking. Bob is the janitor here. He comes through at the end of the day.
Okay, we're done. That was awesome. The